Hello, my friends, and welcome back to my channel. I apologize for the lighting. It is early in the morning. And I also, yes, have my pajamas on. I have my pajamas on because today at Joni's house, it is Polar Express / pajama day with the babies. If you don't know, I run a home daycare. Yeah. So it's pajama day. So I have my cozy cuddle duds on, and it could be pajama day every day in my world, but you know. Anyway, today is Wednesday, so you know what that means. It is time for Weigh In and the WW meeting topic. Start with the weigh in. What's my intention for the holiday season? To maintain. And I pretty much did that this week. The last 2 weeks I've had small losses. This week I had a point to gain. In my world, honestly, 0.2 is a maintain, because that could be the difference just between having a little extra fluid retention, not using the bathroom, something like that. So I am beyond happy with a 0.2 gain. I know it sounds crazy that you're happy with a gain, but in my world, like I said, 0.2 is a maintain. So I am thrilled that, I had another successful week. Hopefully next week, maybe I'll have a 0.2 loss and I'll just be on an even keel. We will see. So now that that is out of the way, let's get to the WW meeting topic. How to feel more supported on your journey. It says, you know how errands often feel less daunting, or dare we say, fun, when a friend or loved one tags along. It's also true of your weight loss journey, especially during the holiday season. Pick your person, then tap these hacks. Try this. It says the first thing is ask for food inspiration. Whether your kid loves pizza or your partner has a sweet tooth, search our recipes to make WW-ized versions of their favorite. You know how I feel about food hacks sometimes. Sometimes I think there's a lot of good ones. Other times I feel like, for me anyway, sometimes food hacks lead me to more binging and wanting more. Like, they mentioned pizza. I can have one, or if I can fit it in, 2 slices of real pizza. But if you were to give me like pizza on a tortilla or pizza on, I don't even know what people make pizzas on these days, it's not going to do it for me. And I'm going to go searching for more because I love pizza. Pizza is definitely in my top 5, if not top 3 foods. And a pizza hack won't do it for me. I just learned to fit it in. But I can hack it in a way where instead of having the meat lovers pizza, I'll have a veggie lovers pizza. Or instead of asking for extra cheese on my pizza, I will just get it with the regular amount of cheese. So just because your hack may not look like your neighbor's hack doesn't mean you're not doing it right, and doesn't mean you're not doing it to suit your needs. So if there is something that you don't like, don't do it. And sadly, it took me 2 years to figure that out, I think. Because, back when I started WW in 2018, I was all about the hacks, and I was all about the fat-free and the sugar-free and the this and then that. And I burnt out. I did. And that's when, and I also wasn't feeling the best. And that's when we switched to a whole foods diet. Is it harder? It is, because, where something used to be 2 points, it's now 6 points. But for me, it's been worth it because I feel better and I'm just happier. So look for inspiration and look for ways to lower points, but don't sacrifice the food you love to do that, because it's going to come back and bite you in the butt. It will, especially if you're a foodie. Now, if you don't care about food and food just fuels you and that's all it's good for, by all means, whatever works. And anyway, whatever works for you. But don't get yourself so deprived from something that you're going to binge and you're going to go off the wall. You know what I say over and over and over again. Whatever you eat and do to lose the weight, you are going to have to continue for the rest of your life to maintain it. So make sure it's something sustainable. For me, what I was doing wasn't sustainable. I switched. It's a little harder, but guess what? It's sustainable and I can do it. I can fit things in. I can make it work and I'm happier. So yes, look for those hacks and things like that, but don't let that ruin your life. Don't let that run your life. Find what you can live with and go with it. And sometimes finding what you can live with is just learning how to fit it in. And it's also making sacrifices. Maybe you used to eat 3 pieces of pizza. Now you eat 2. It's not without sacrifice, but it's worth it. So the next thing that they say is move together. Catch up with friends on a walk or trade family screen time for a trip to the park or a bike ride. You gotta move. And I'm not talking for weight loss. You have to move for your health. It keeps everything going. A body in motion stays in motion. A body at rest stays at rest. You want to be in motion. I'm not saying you have to go out and run a marathon. I'm not saying you have to go out and run a 1/10 of a mile. Just move your body. Can't walk, have problems with your legs? Do some upper body stuff in a chair. There are thousands of videos on YouTube for chair exercises, for chair yoga, strength training. Sit in a chair and use your hand weights. And I'm not talking 15-pound hand weights. Grab the 2-pound hand weights. Any kind of resistance, anything like that will help. It will. And do it for your health. Do it for your muscles. Do it for your bones. Do it for your heart. If you lose weight because you're moving more, then that is an added benefit. But definitely get moving. And like they said, drag somebody in with you. You know, Doug and I exercise together every morning. Like and we keep each other accountable because there are some mornings I'm like, just hit the snooze button. And he's like, nope, we got to get up. And there's other mornings where he's like, I'm hitting the snooze. And I'm like, no, we're not. Let's go. So it keeps each other accountable. And I know this sounds crazy, but my Apple Watch keeps me accountable because I want to close my rings and I want to get those little awards that pop up on my watch. I'm in competition with myself, not with anyone else, but with myself. And it motivates me. It motivates me to see those rings closed. It motivates me when my Apple Watch tells me I did a good job. It makes me feel accomplished. So do something, move. And like they said, do it as a family. Go for a walk. Even if it's around the block after dinner or before dinner or while, I don't know, if you're watching TV at night. As a family, when a commercial comes on, everybody get up and march in place or take a lap around the house or do something. Just move. It doesn't have to be formal. It doesn't have to be putting your workout clothes on and getting out your mat and getting out your weights. It doesn't have to be that. It can be as simple as walking or marching in place during a commercial. Just move. The next thing they say is pay it forward. Find new ways your habits can help the person that you picked. Maybe meal prep an extra set of lunches or double your overnight oats recipe. This is great. I know like a lot of people, especially January's coming and that's the new year, new me mantra. A lot of workplaces have like Biggest Loser competitions and things like that. Pick a partner. And maybe instead of you, like take turns meal prepping, like you can say, okay, this week I'm bringing breakfast for you in every day. And then the next week your partner can do that or lunch or something. Buddy up, team up. You're going to keep each other accountable. You're going to keep things fresh. You're going to keep things new. And it's just kind of fun. It's having someone on this journey with you is definitely easier than trying to do it alone. Now, maybe you don't have someone in real life to do it with you, but guess what? You have me. You have me. Email me. Facebook message me. Something. You need help? Reach out to me. I might give you tough love, and sometimes I might not say what you want to hear. but that's what friends do. We're honest. So reach out to your favorite YouTuber, and you might not like my style. You may be like, you don't help me at all. Find someone that does. And that's okay, because not everybody meshes with everybody. And I understand that. It's fine. Same in real life. Find someone who will motivate you, who will keep you moving, and latch onto that person. And find stuff to do together to keep each other motivated. Set an example. Dining out, suggest sharing a veggie-packed app or entree. If you watched my vlog, I think it was from the weekend, I mentioned that we had our yearly treat of a Chick-fil-A peppermint bark milkshake. They're not huge, like they're not like a big milkshake that you get at like the local ice cream stand, but they are 660 calories for one milkshake. Doug and I split it. That's what we did. Number one, I couldn't drink a whole one. I'd be sick probably because they're so decadent and so rich. So Doug and I split it. Keeps us accountable, saves us money, and saves us calories and points. So definitely, definitely do that. We go out to restaurants, and let me tell you, entrees in America are redonkulous. They can feed a small family. Split it. Or if you don't want to split it with your dining partner, the minute that comes, ask for a box. Put half of it in the box, get it off your plate. Because if it's not there, you're not going to be tempted to have that little bite and that little bite and that little bite. Well, just one more bite, just one more bite. And the next thing you know, it's gone and you feel like crap. So do those little tricks and hacks and tips. Split, you're having like a celebration dinner, so you're going to go a little bit extra and have an appetizer. Split it. Share an appetizer. Share it with the table. Pick something that's a little bit less decadent if you're picking a more decadent meal. There's workarounds, my friends. There are. They might not sound fun, but you know what? It's okay. Because if you do the appetizer that's not so decadent because you're doing a decadent entree, you have something to look forward to. Stop and think before you order. Stop and think what you can do to still enjoy your food, but also make smart choices. And the last thing they say is talk it out. Be open about how your person, how your partner, how the person you chose to do this journey with can help you. Like storing desserts out of sight or deciding how often you'll order takeout. That's excellent, especially if your partner is the person that you live with and maybe not a work partner. You know, if you have younger kids or other people that are not on a weight loss and health journey in your home, you might have that junk food. Put it somewhere that's out of your sight. Put it somewhere where they can see it, they can find it, they can access it, but it's not easy for you. Sorry for that little interruption. One of my little guys came, so we need to finish getting through this while he builds me a wooden pizza. Okay, so my example for that right now is it's Christmas time. I love making Christmas cookies. I love to bake. I love to give them away. But they're in my house now. But by storing them in my containers down on my pantry shelves, they're not in my kitchen. They're not in my dining room. I have to go downstairs, get them, open the thing, you know, it's work. And while I'm working during the day with these babies, I can't just be flying down the basement steps to grab a cookie. And you forget about them. They're out of sight, out of mind. I'm not saying I don't eat them, because I do. I usually allow myself one cookie a day during this season. But because they're not in my face, I don't think about it. Sometimes I forget to have my daily cookie during this time because they're not in my face. Other times, especially when I sit down like for my 3 o'clock cup of tea, I'm like, oh, I need a cookie. But I go downstairs, I take one out, I put the lid back on, I come upstairs. I don't look at it, I don't touch it, I don't smell it until I get back upstairs and sit down with my tea so I can enjoy it. I can be in the moment with that cookie. If I just took a bite out of it the minute I took it out of the thing, I'd have it eaten before I was upstairs. I wouldn't enjoy it. I wouldn't experience it. So by having it away from me, it makes it a little more special because it's not right in my face all the time. And that can be with anything all year. You know, like let's say you love, I don't know, Cheez-Its. And if you love them, eat them, fit them in. Because if you don't, you're just going to binge on them. But maybe buy the little single serve bags and say to yourself, you know what? Once a week, like every Wednesday, I'm going to treat myself to a bag of Cheez-Its. That's going to be my Wednesday treat. Have the individual little bags. Or if you buy a big box, put them in individual bags. Store them in the back of the cabinet. Store them down in your downstairs pantry if that's what you have. Don't have them in your face. And this goes along with the person that is joining you on your journey. You know, that's what this is all about, having the support, having the partner. Be honest and tell them, say, I am weak. I can't have this staring me in the face. Can you take it to work? Last night I had a gathering at my house of my women's group ladies. It was wonderful. We had a wonderful time. But the people that brought desserts kind of left them here. And we did not eat a whole lot of dessert, honestly. We didn't eat a lot of food. There was a lot of food here. All those desserts went to work with Doug today. He will put them in the break room at work, in the lunchroom at work, and that's where they will stay. They're out of my house. Then they're also out of his sight because they're in the lunchroom. They're not in his office. They're not right there. I'm assuming they have a lunchroom. They're doing major construction. They are redoing their entire office. He's actually not in his office right now. He's in like a cubicle on the second floor until they get done all the work. And it'll be nice. He'll have a brand new office. But for now, it's, you know, the lunchroom is not even near his new little temporary digs. So he can bless someone else with that food and not himself. So just think about things like that. If you know you have a weakness, help yourself by either not having it in the house, or if it has to be in the house, have it out of sight. Let your family know it's a weakness. They will support you. You will be surprised, my friends. All you have to do is talk to them. So the next thing they say is write out your plan. Who am I involving in my journey is the first question. It may be your child. It may be your spouse. It may be your partner. It may be your mom or your sister or your dad or your brother. Pick a person who also wants to be on this journey. Pick someone who will help you, not hurt you. Pick someone with the same kind of feelings and thoughts because it'll make it easier. Pick someone who enjoys the same food that you do. It'll make it easier. And then it says the strategy I'll try. That is up to you, my friends. That is up to you. You have to do what works for you. Do you want to try to cut out all processed foods and go whole foods? Do you want to try to go all fat-free, sugar-free? Whatever works for you in your journey is what you need to do. The next one is when and how I'll do it. No time like the present, my friends. No time like the present. Start now. I'm not saying to jump in and deny yourself of every holiday treat that you only get once a year, because you know I'm not about that. But if you start now at least being thoughtful and cognitive about what you're doing, you may not have that average 10-pound weight gain that the average American gains between Thanksgiving and New Year's. Maybe you'll still have a little gain, but maybe it won't be that full 10 pounds. So decide. Decide when and how. And there's no time like the present. Then it says, let's dive a little deeper. Imagine this. You decided to stick with veggie appetizers at your family party when your spouse or your mom hand you a plate of fried everything. If suddenly the crudité seems less appetizing and you abandon your plan, it's not just you. The people we spend time with are a big part of our environment, and our environment plays a big role in what we do. So involving friends and family in your journey, like sharing your buffet strategy ahead of the holiday party, or which days you want to hit the gym with them, is huge because it can help them help you. Research even shows those who get the most support from friends and family lose the most weight. Beyond that, sharing your journey is a great way to connect and foster a relationship with those you love. And that's something many of us could use during this food-filled and sometimes stressful holiday season. Plus, those good vibes can spill over and make the parts of your journey that you approach solo, like tracking, feel easier too. The thing in that paragraph that sticks out to me is involving your friends and family, like sharing your buffet strategy ahead of the holiday party. I know when Doug and I go to, sometimes Doug is like a machine. He is so good about not falling into that, oh my God, we're at a party, I have to eat all the food trap. He is so good about that. And he enjoys sweets, but he doesn't like make a beeline for the sweet table. So that helps me. And I tell him before we go, I'm like, if you see me overdoing it, tell me. Like, I want him to be the food police. I'm giving him permission to be the food police. That may not be a thing for you. You may not like that. You may not like someone policing your food. I do, because sometimes I just need help, my friends. I do. It does not matter that I have been a goal for almost 4 years and I know what I'm doing, because guess what? I'm weak. I'm weak. You put cookies in front of me, I'm weak. So I need a little help, and I need the food police. You may not like being policed, and that's okay, but I do. So find what works for you and go for it. Lean on people. Lean on those who love you. Lean on those who want to see you succeed. Stay away from the ones that are going to sabotage you, because they're out there. So my friends, that is it for this weekly weigh-in. My 0.2 gain, that it's the holidays and I only gained 0.2. I'm okay with that, because I know it will come off next week. And find someone. You know there's someone in your life who wants to go on a weight loss and wellness journey. You know there is. Find them. Make sure they have the same thoughts and ideas generally that you do, and go for it. Latch on, make a pact, and make this the year that you reach your goals next year, because we only have a few days left in this one. So that is it. Thank you so much, my friends, for taking time out of your busy day to spend it with me. I truly do appreciate it. I am going to link a couple videos right there that you might enjoy and might help get you through the holiday season. If you haven't already subscribed, hit that subscribe button, give this video a like, share it if you know someone who could benefit by these words. Thank you, my friends, and happy Vlogmas Day 14, and I will see you all tomorrow.